You guys come in, sit down, and shut the door. Y'all, the stuff between Diddy, Alex, and Cassie is deeper than we all know. Now, I know there's been a lot of misinformation going on around social media. Alex was on the phone while Diddy was doing something to Cassie and they were all enjoying the FaceTime. Listen, forget all these internet theories that don't even pan out. I put my ear to the ground. I got some good tea. And baby, it has to do with Alex, Cassie, Diddy, but not in the perverted way that Diddy, who seems to be obsessed with Alex, is going in. Y'all, you know it's good because I took some notes. Let me give y'all some highlight reels before we get into this. Diddy allegedly, at one point when Cassie and Alex were first talking, and no, it didn't overlap, and no, Cassie was not cheating on Diddy, and no, Alex was not the other man. I even know what's going on with that. Y'all, Diddy, in an effort to scare Alex away, literally put a out on him on the street. Y'all, let's get into this because let me just say, people are putting 10 on 20. I don't understand how we have a devil like Diddy and everybody knows he's evil, but they trying to paint Cassie as a wayward woman. They trying to paint Alex as a simp, when at the end of the day, this is Diddy trying to cover up his shame, which is every man that Cassie's been with has been a coward except for Alex Fine. And that's why Cassie's still with them. And that's why Diddy spiraled out of control. Y'all really want to know what happened back in 2018? Well, let's get into it. Okay, but first hit that like button. Don't forget, I'm going to be going live from the trial Monday through Friday, up to the court documents. And baby, yes, I will be putting my investigative journalist skills to work. Okay, first of all, all right. First of all, let's talk about the way everybody is twisting Cassie's testimony to actually make it seem like, for whatever reason, she was cheating on Diddy with Alex, or Alex was the other man, all this stuff. I was there in court. Don't let the people twist the testimony. Now, why is this so sick? Because when I was up, we're going to get to the murking part, and we're also going to get into the part that Michael B. Jordan played into it, okay? So, here we go. Let's get the timeline straight, because the prosecutors didn't really outline this, but Cassie's mom is expected to testify Monday, which I will be covering along with Dawn. Turn your notifications on, Dawn Richards, and I think she's going to clear this up. Cassie was never cheating on Diddy with Alex. Alex was never another man. You know how we know? Well, one, we got some inside tea. Two, if Diddy had any proof that Cassie was juggling her and Alex, he would have already leaked it to the media. I was in the courtroom. Diddy was feeding the lawyer notes. Diddy wanted this to get out so he could amplify it, because Diddy is obsessed that Alex is the only man that's ever come next to Cassie that stood 10 toes down and said, baby, you can do what you want, but I'm not going nowhere. Okay, so let's get into the story, because it is like a soap opera. But the thing is, Diddy is the king of projection, and Diddy is afraid that everybody's going to find out that he was a simp and that Cassie walked away from him and that he crumbled and actually couldn't take it. Okay, so what happened, right? Cassie and Diddy were still going on, okay? In September of 18 and October of 2018, Cassie and Alex were not together. Yes, they were talking, but they never really were getting out of that talking stage. Cassie was wrapping up stuff, but you know who else was wrapping up stuff? Alex. Do you know how I found out? Because I talked to people that went to college with Alex and actually knew him in the early days. Alex had a long-term serious girlfriend. Okay, a long-term serious girlfriend. He had a situation he needed to clear up. Yes, Cassie and him were getting closer. This is what people are saying, but there was no commitment. And for people that are now trying to act like there's some blood oath to people that are talking, when one person got a long-term girlfriend, that the relationship is on the way out, according to the college people, and Cassie is trying to get away from Diddy, there was nothing there. Think about the timeline. Alex broke up with his long-term girlfriend sometime around November or December of 2018. And December of 2018, I think I might have even been for Cassie's mother's birthday or some type of celebration. Cassie and Alex post a picture of them kissing for them to go official. Now, how do we know that Diddy knows that Cassie wasn't cheating? Because when Diddy found out that Cassie was seeing someone, but he didn't know it was Alex, he started ramping up the Instagram posts. Y'all don't remember when he posted something with a Michael Jackson song talking about, yo, if anybody sees this, make sure they give it to Cassie? Y'all don't remember when he went on a liking spree? See, here's the thing. Diddy loves his image, and he didn't want to look like he lost control. But the truth of the matter is, Diddy knew Cassie had moved on. He just didn't know to who, okay? Even if you listen to the cross-examination, again, Diddy's team was very good at twisting words. That's what they do because Diddy is playing the blogs, because he's like, if Cassie is getting 30 million, it is his life dream that he can humiliate Cassie again, maybe get her attention, and maybe get Alex to leave her. But Alex said, baby, that ain't happening. Because another thing that I think people are being very stupid about, and let's be real, do y'all honestly think that Cassie, who went through rehab and got clean, who wrote a book, do you honestly not think that that Alex didn't know? Again, in the beginning, I can see before she decided to trust Alex and they became exclusive and mutual, the fact that everybody on this earth is talking about, there's like acting like there's no such thing as a talking stage. The fact that they're literally trying to act like y'all don't know what a talking, not y'all, but the people in the back don't know what a talking stage is. But once they decided to be exclusive, and I'm sure once Cassie decided to trust Alex, she told Alex about the things Diddy did to her. Prior to that, Alex knew about the same about Diddy as we did. That's why Alex wrote Diddy a text message, I would imagine, saying, you MFer, I'm gonna F you up, because he finally found out the truth. But again, let's get this timeline straight since there's so much misinformation. Even how, and this is what I mean about the way people twist words, I was in the courtroom. Cassie never said she picked up a FaceTime to Alex. First of all, Cassie said that after she spent the night with Diddy, Alex FaceTimed her, but she didn't answer the call. Why? Alex wasn't her man. Okay? There was something growing, but it wasn't even at that level. Alex had a long-term girlfriend. So it wasn't even at that level. It was just like friends that later on in November turned into lovers. But the whole point of the matter is, it is lies. I was in the courtroom. Alex never FaceTimed Diddy during Smex with Cassie. He definitely never joined. Alex would never do that stuff. Diddy is the one that is a member of the LGBTQ community. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to drag. No. My issue is Diddy is king projector. And I feel like everything he's trying to say that Alex is, baby, I think that's who Diddy is in his heart, okay? So we got the timeline right? Cassie was winding down things with Diddy. There's no way Alex could have known. Now, when did Alex find out? For God's sake, she wrote a book. Do you not think that do you not think that Cassie and Alex, Cassie's dad, mom, brother, and Alex didn't know what was going on before they got on that stand? Do y'all honestly believe that? The prosecutors literally said, you need to know that he knows everything so there won't be any mistakes and nothing will be messed up. And also, y'all, do you really, honest to God, think that Cassie went to successfully go to Willow Rehab, okay? And she didn't explain this to Alex. You know, to be successfully graduate from rehab, you must do the 12 steps. Willow demands that you literally share with your people closest to you all the things that bring you shame and all the things that you've been through. Hello, this is on Willow's website. Cassie already shared. The fact that people are trying to act like Alex don't know his wife just because Diddy, a man accused of sex trafficking that is obsessed with Cassie, and low-key, I think he's obsessed. He never bagged Alex too, is out here telling us like his version of events, a known liar, a known sex trafficker, a known monster, is now trying to let us know and give his version of events, and everybody's so quick to run with it. What is wrong with people? I know what's wrong with people. These major news organizations and blogs are paid to say that. Now let's get into the murking part, shall we? Again, I talked to people that actually went to college with Alex that knew him in LA. First thing everybody said to me, first of all, Alex is a man's man, okay? Now maybe Diddy did set his sights on Alex, right? Because you know the way Diddy like the bop, right? But Alex is a man's man. On top of that, let's get into this. Again, do you really think he didn't know his wife? The fact that y'all listening to a known liar, a known manipulator, a known person, and y'all are now doing this while people are literally chopping and screwing testimony, but they are saying that when Cassie's mom gets on that stand, baby, and Diddy ain't gonna know what hits him, and she's gonna set the record straight. Again, if Diddy had proof that Cassie was cheating on him with Alex, do you not think he wouldn't have released that? Do you not think he would have said that? And read the testimony, and you will see it was never overlapping. And she kept saying, well, we weren't exclusive, we weren't together. Alex had a long-term girlfriend. On top of that, right? Even the defense admitted that after October 2019, there was no more romantic messages between Diddy and Cassie. Just Diddy congratulating her on the birth of her child. It all stopped. Even the defense said that. Alex and Cassie got together late 2018. Okay? And this is after when Diddy found out she was seeing somebody, but he didn't know it was Alex. He started posting all these things because he was desperate to get Cassie back. Not because he loved her, just out of control. But what's the real reason Diddy's mad and he wants to try to destroy Alex and make him seem like he's a simp and destroy Cassie? Because let's be real, before Alex came along, every single man that we know that Cassie was linked to was a coward. Kid Cudi seems like a really nice person. That's what everybody says. Diddy blew up your car. You ain't call the police. You ain't make a police report. When you met with Diddy, Diddy had a meeting with you to tell you better stay away from Cassie. And he sat there nodding his head. And then when he got up and he's like, yo, what about my car? Diddy was like, what car? And Kid Cudi let it go. Kid Cudi feared Diddy. Michael B. Jordan was seeing Cassie. Diddy told him, you gotta cut that off. Michael B. Jordan broke up with Cassie because Diddy said so. And then Michael B. Jordan went on a posting spree all summer, buddied up and keying with Diddy, the same man that told you to break up with Cassie. Again, I'm not judging Michael B. Jordan, but again, you feared Diddy. You wanted some of Diddy's power. You wanted this. What's the reason? This is the same reason why Kim Porter never dated. Because every time somebody came into Kim Porter's life, Diddy would come and threaten them and push them out. He tried to do the same thing with Cassie, and it was working for a while. Any man that went near Cassie, he would beat Cassie and he could push until Alex showed up. And Alex literally told Diddy, you can do what you want. Diddy tried to, my sources are telling me, that Diddy tried to threaten Alex. Diddy even said he was putting an on Alex. Alex was the only man in Cassie Slices said, you can do what you want, but I'll tell you one thing, I ain't going nowhere, and we together, and you just gonna have to deal with it, so do your worst. And Diddy couldn't take it because the threats, the intimidation, and all that stuff did not work on Alex Fine. And now you got this mofo who literally is crying that he used all his time to cross-examine Cassie, and instead of poking holes in her story, he was getting sound bites for the internet blogs in the Shade Room. No shade to the Shade Room, but to the internet blogs and to mainstream media to twist this and start all these sick rumors that have no basis in fact. And the crazy part is there is a court transcript for everybody to know that there's no basis in fact. There's a court transcript to prove it, you guys. And people are still choosing to run with these sick narratives. Why? Because Diddy's mad that the only man that never feared him stood by Cassie's side and created a shield of protection till Cassie was strong enough to stand on her own. You're mad, he's jealous, he's mad, and he knows that Alex don't fear him. Every other man did. Look what happened to Michael B. Jordan. How somebody threatened you to break up with the girl and then you go on a trip keying with them all summer. Remember that? How Kid Cudi, somebody, you didn't call the police, and he sat you down and said you better stay away from her, and you said okay. Again, no shade to them. They did what they needed to do, but yet and still, how is it now Alex is the one You cheating. You was on a FaceTime. There was a freak off. Oh my God, you're a simp. Does anybody know? The fact that Diddy is gaslighting on social media, but let me tell you something. Diddy is not going to work because the feds got your number, hussy, and they are dialing it up, right? Alex Fine was the first person that looked at Diddy when he tried to scare, that's what my sources are telling me, when Diddy tried to scare Alex away, he was the first one that said, you gonna murk me, then do it. I'm right here. Do it. 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 And Diddy ain't do shit. Diddy didn't do shit. But what's he doing now? He's still trying to punish Cassie and he's trying to punish Alex. But they ain't gonna do it because maybe they got your money. And all these fucking internet stuff, who cares? These idiots. How you got a court transcript and people just making up shit, believing what they want and printing what they want? Baby, it's a cold world. Listen. Alex looked at Alex looked at Diddy and was like, listen, like, bring your worst. Because guess what? Cassie's mine now, and baby, I ain't letting her go. And Cassie was probably in the back like, and I'm not, Cassie in her little cute voice, and I'm not going anywhere. Listen, Cassie's mom is expected to testify this week, and she is going to shut the internet down. And you know what else? The fact that people are trying to act like Cassie was some big ho, ho, ho before, right? Cassie had a #1 hit. She was literally on the chart standing neck and neck with Beyonce and everybody else. She was signed to William Morris modeling agency. Cassie was a hot commodity. There was a bidding war. There's a reason why Diddy went after her, because she was what was popping. And then he turned her into his sex slave. You know? And like even that Ryan Leslie stuff, the way everybody is trying to act like Cassie is some big ho ho ho, and every man around her just had clean hands and she just turned them out. Ryan Leslie at best was dating 18-year-old Cassie, 10 years older than her. At worst, he was dating Cassie when she had maybe 16 candles on her cake. Everybody's acting like Ryan Leslie is some great person. He was a grown man dating a young, naive, impressionable girl. How are you now painting this like he's this nice guy and Cassie did dirty? No, the truth of the matter is every man that stepped her in her life outside of Alex tried to do her dirty, or at the very least, it was a severe imbalance. Listen, y'all trying to paint her like, oh my God, Cassie was always on the come up. People are sick. And the fact that the incels and the misogynists and the women that are male identified are coming out to paint this narrative, people are sick. Don't nobody care in this kid. Listen, he's just this nice guy that got used by this cunning 17-year-old. A 27-year-old man, and this 17-year-old just took advantage of him. Come on now. Come on now. Listen. Cassie mom's gonna come. She's gonna confirm the rumors. Listen, the timeline stands. Diddy's team, even on the stand, put up that timeline. Stop believing these dumb lies and I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the people that believe these dumb lies. Again, there is actual physical evidence that both of them were seeing other people until late 2018 when they decided to turn the friend shit and move it into lovers. Listen, again, the fact that everybody's trying to act like everybody in this place got clean hands except for Cassie, stop effing playing. Anyway, Diddy went on a posting spree to get her back. It is what it is. Again, and please, for the love of God, I'm sick of people acting like when people first start talking, of course you're not exclusive. Of course you're feeling each other out until you decide to cut out everything that doesn't matter and just focus on each other. And that's what Cassie did when she posted that picture in December, because a few weeks before, Alex and Cassie decided to take things to another level, and that's when Diddy lost his mind. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.